Hello, friends. My name is Daniel, and I have one more story to tell you. I had been advisor to the king, a big, important person in the king's reign, and then another king, and then another king. And I had become one of the most important people in the whole kingdom. And everything I did was honest. I never took money to do something for somebody else. I was never doing things that would help me but not help other people. I was honest. And I did my very best all the time. Well, there were some other people who were also government officials, people in doing work for the king, who didn't like that. They wanted things their way so that they could get a bigger piece of pie and, become richer at the expense of the poor people. And I just wouldn't stand for it. They decided that they would get me in trouble. So, they made a rule and brought it to the king about, you can't pray, certain ways. You have to pray at a certain other time and all this kind of thing. You can only pray, to this one God of their kingdom. But you know me, I only pray to one God. And I only pray when it is time to do my prayers. And so I kept doing what I had always done, what I had done since the first day that I had landed in that kingdom, what I had done since I was a child in Israel. I kept praying to my God. And I knew that my God could deliver me. My God could save me. Well, they caught me. And I didn't really make a big secret of hiding it because I was just doing my praying the way I'd always done it. And they brought me to the king. The king had been tricked into this rule by his other advisors. And let me tell you, kings often do get kind of tricked into things like that. When nobody is able to say to the king, no, you can't do this, yes, you have to do that, well, it turns out that kings often make a lot of mistakes. So it's good when there are rules. It's good when people are watching out for each other and making sure that everybody is doing things the right way. So I'm in big trouble now. And the rule was that if I prayed to my own God, or anyone did, but it was mainly me they were after, that I would be thrown into a den of lions, a whole bunch of lions, and they would eat me up. Well, the king didn't like it because he liked me, and he didn't realize this rule was meant to trap me and put me into that den of lions. So, he was sorry, but it was too late. The rule was already there, and now they had to put me into the den of lions. So they took me to the lions, and I went down, and they put a rock over the top of it, and then they sealed it up and everything, and I was supposed to stay there all night or until they ate me. Well, I went down to that place where the lions lived, and they were just peacefully asleep. They just looked at me. They didn't stalk around. They didn't roar at me. And I just turned my back on them, and I just prayed. And believe me, I prayed really hard, because down in that den of lions was kind of scary. Even though I knew my God could save me, and that he would save me, I was still pretty scared to be surrounded by lions all night long in the dark. But I made it. And in the morning the king came, and he opened up the rock again, and he called out to me, and I called back to him, and he saw that I had been saved. And after that, he knew that the God that I worshipped was the true God. And he knew that he should not make any rules that prevents people from worshiping the God that they choose. And so we can all be grateful that God can save even when you're in a den of lions, and that God loves us and wants us to be in relationship with him, to talk to him. And so I talked to God a lot when I was down with those lions. And when you do that, you can get a courage that will overcome the fear. And that bravery is not to say that you don't have any fear, but that your bravery that comes from God is stronger than the fear.